9 News Plus weather, sponsored by Carrier Colorado. The future of home comfort is here.
Hey, thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi. On this Wednesday, we're seeing a few showers and storms start to bubble on up over the Front Range, and that could give way to a stormier day for tomorrow in particular. But right now, looking outside here in Denver, we got some of those showers and storms starting to develop into the foothills and especially in the Palmer Divide south and west of town. So we're seeing some of that more active weather into the mountains, a bit more in the way of kind of fair weather, but still looking at some shower storms bubbling on up in the southern mountains in particular. So overall, today notably cooler, but still I wouldn't exactly call it cold outside. Temperatures topping out around 90 degrees for most of us along the Front Range so far on this Wednesday. Showers around today and then some stronger storms around for tomorrow in particular. Meantime, that threat force of your storms for today will be highest south and east of Denver. I don't think we're talking about much of a severe weather risk for us in town. Again, you get east and south here, so we could be looking at some large damaging hail and some stronger winds. But in town, we're probably talking about some gusty showers, some occasional rumbles of thunder. I think that's going to be our main concern, some quick downpours. It's kind of similar to yesterday. I think that's what we can expect for today. AC Doppler radar starting to light on up in some spots, especially again south of I-70. Closer looking here at the metro area, and it's as you get into northern El Paso County along the Palmer Divide, around Monument Hill. That's where you're seeing those storms. Pretty good one out there, but in town we're mostly calm, but we do have some shower storms trying to push the way on in from the west, and then southern Colorado seeing some of those showers and storms fairly widespread, including one right over Levada Pass, another one through the San Luis Valley, and that is where we're seeing the majority of the action at this point. All right, so let's walk you through the next couple of hours, what you can expect. Again, in Denver, through most of the metro area, what you can expect for today, a mix of sun and clouds, some gusty showers, and what I mean by that is you'll get a quick downpour, maybe a clap of thunder or two, and also that potential for a quick burst of wind. These showers and storms are what I would call, what are termed, these are elevated showers and thunderstorms. And what that means is at the surface we don't have a lot of moisture, but in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, that's where we've got the majority of the moisture, and that means that these showers and storms kind of run into a lot of dry air at the surface. The reaction to that is that the air keeps sinking and it creates these little bursts of wind, and that's why we're looking at the potential for wind more than anything else. Not a ton of rain, but maybe some quick downpours in a few spots, some clouds of thunder, and that's pretty much all she wrote with those shower storms for today. Interesting about tonight, though. Look at this. Notice the top right-hand side of your screen. Midnight tonight, we got some showers and storms that are looking pretty likely for the Palmer Divide on west through Kenosha Pass, South Park. 285 could be busy for us overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow morning could have some showers around, but tomorrow looks a lot busier than today. Closer look in here at the Front Range again, next few hours between now and about 6, 7 o'clock. Could have some showers and storms around, but then we see things quiet on down before perhaps some more action moves back in overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning. Temperatures right now, 70s and 80s into the mountains for the most part, 80s and 90s on the eastern plains. Denver topping out at 89 so far today. Not quite 90 degrees, at least quite yet. It's fairly moist out there. A dew point of 50 or above in Denver is considered relatively humid by our standards. 60 or above is when you're really cooking in terms of those dew points, and that's where you're seeing that out on the eastern plains right now here in Denver. Not quite that humid. For tonight, gusty showers possible, especially after midnight, as I mentioned. Clearing skies, 60 degrees. Now tomorrow, at this point, looks like the day that we could be dealing with perhaps some widespread severe storms. There is the potential for some large damaging hail, as well as some, I think, flash flooding is going to be our main concern for tomorrow. Just reason being, you know how I was showing you those dew points earlier on? Those dew points are going to climb tomorrow into the low 60s, which is very humid for Denver standards. So you're going to feel the humidity tomorrow, and that is why, to me, flash flooding will probably end up being the big concern for tomorrow, and there will be the threat for some hail. So probably a good idea to use those hail precautions for tomorrow. And I would say that risk for large hail will be higher as you head south of I-70. You get into the Palmer Divide, Castle Rock, Castle Pines, Lone Tree, again, Douglas County, Elbert County, Southern Jeffco. That's where you're going to be looking at that highest risk for some large hail for tomorrow. Meantime, let's time it out for you. Tomorrow around midday or so, first showers starting to drip on in. Then by about 1, 2 o'clock, that's when we see some of those stronger storms push their way into the Palmer Divide. And by about 3, 4 o'clock, another round of storms moves its way into the metro area. And that's probably the one that's going to hold the highest risk for flooding and for large hail for us here in the metro area. And then things clear on out for tomorrow night. Now, that threat for severe weather, again, hail, flooding, my two primary concerns with those storms for tomorrow. And there's that chance for some more severe weather possibly for us ahead on Friday as well. So it's a busy couple of days for us for Thursday, Friday, but it looks like tomorrow in particular looks like that could be the busiest day of the upcoming stretch. And then as we look at that 7-day forecast, temperatures in the 80s and 90s for the next few days. One thing we haven't done yet today, we have not hit 90, at least so far. So far this year, we're at 6 days at 90 or above. Chance, we only need a couple more degrees to get to 90 today, and that would make it 7 days at 90 or above so far this calendar year. So top line takeaways, gusty showers around for today. Tonight, low severe weather risk, non-zero, but low severe weather risk. For tomorrow, I think we could be dealing with some stronger storms, including here in town, and that could mean the potential for large hail and flash flooding. Those are our main concerns. And then things gradually start to clear on out by Friday. Much drier, much warmer for the weekend ahead, and that warm air will last into next week. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin is right behind that TV screen over there and getting ready. There is Kathy. Say hello, Kathy. I think you saw her earlier on as well. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin will have an update for you coming up at 9 News at 4 and 5 o'clock. And then we'll have meteorologist Danielle Grant in at 6, 9, and 10 tonight on the 9 News family of networks, tracking all of this active weather for you right here on 9 News and on 9 News Plus. Once again, I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Thanks for joining us once again, and have a great rest of your Wednesday.